This is Tim Bryce with my column titled, The 2018 Midterms, What to Expect. The Democrats want us to believe the midterm elections are all sewn up, and the Republicans should acquiesce and let Representative Nancy Pelosi reassume the Speaker of the House. In other words, they want the American public to believe it is a done deal and the GOP cannot possibly retain control. Not so fast. First, we're hearing this through the mainstream media, which is not the most reliable source of information and certainly no friend of the current administration. The question, though, becomes, is the country really as bad as the Democrats claim? According to the mainstream media, yes, it is. But the data suggests otherwise. Under Mr. Trump, we have seen tax cuts putting more money into people's pockets, an improved economy and jobs picture, less people on welfare, a stronger defense, tighter security on our borders, reduced government bureaucracy, jobs are returning to our shores, and Mr. Trump's big stick policy appears to be working, just as it did for Theodore Roosevelt. The idea he might win a Nobel Peace Prize is more mind-boggling to the Democrats than to Republicans when Mr. Obama received one in his first year in office for doing nothing more than being elected. The problems the Democrats have are threefold. First, they offer no significant policy proposals other than to repeal Mr. Trump's actions. This includes undoing his tax cuts and raising taxes. Senator Bernie Sanders' proposal to guarantee every American a lifetime government job can best be described as a boondoggle, something that will appeal to youth and the unsophisticated. Second, the Democrats have a bad reputation for voting in midterm elections, naively believing they are inconsequential. By claiming they have already won the election, they run the risk of discouraging Democrats from voting. After all, it's a slam dunk, right? If anything, by taunting the Republicans, they are only encouraging them to get out the vote. And third, the party is embroiled in a struggle for control, pitting the left-leaning progressives against moderates. Should the Democrats lose in November, the progressives could lose control, which explains why they are pulling out the stops for this contest, even though their financial resources remain depleted. It ultimately comes down to whether the country likes the direction Mr. Trump has set us on or not. The Democrats' resistance movement was created to stop Mr. Trump as he represents a roadblock in the socialist agenda. So what is at stake this year? Three things: the economy, security, and the Supreme Court. Besides the progress Mr. Trump has made in terms of the economy, the GOP has a better track record of running state governments with fiduciary responsibility than the Democrats. Should the Democrats take over, illegal immigration will once again run rampant, bringing drugs and crime into the country. This particular race will likely affect the future of the Supreme Court, as Associate Justice Anthony Kennedy is rumored to be retiring soon. Also, Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg is not far behind, yet she will likely stay on as long as possible with a Republican in the White House. The Democrats believe their best bet is in the House of Representatives, where they have been zeroing in on any perceived weakness of a Republican candidate. The mainstream media has been helping them by spreading fake news and predicting a big blue wave is in the offing. The Republicans are pushing back, though, particularly in Senate races where they will aggressively challenge Senator Bill Nelson of Florida, Senator Joe Donnelly of Indiana, Senator Jon Tester of Montana, Senator Heidi Heitkamp of North Dakota, and Senator Joe Manchin of West Virginia. Make no mistake, the Republicans understand the importance of the 2018 election as much as the Democrats. They may not be as desperate as the Democrats, but they are just as determined. This election is certainly not about Russia, which is nothing but a clever political ruse, but about the direction of the country. If Americans like what they see, they will stay the course. One variable that may very well seal the fate of the Democrats is if peace is secured between the two Koreas. If this miracle materializes, the progressives are done for. Friends, keep the faith. This is Tim Bryce in Palm Harbor, Florida. Follow me on the internet at timbryce.com.